The Buzz with Jess Lujan and John Davis.
Hey, welcome back. I'm Jess Lujan. Of course, my in-studio guest, Leah Beth Naholowaa, the appointee to the Department of Labor, and that recently got their confirmation hearing and awaiting the confirmation vote as the legislature gears up for their first session of this new legislature, the 31st Guam legislature. And again, welcome back, Leah Beth. We're talking about labor and labor force. We have read in today's paper, as a matter of fact, where the situation where I think $321 million will be cut from the defense budget. And we're hearing dates now. I mean, when the 2006 accord was signed between the U.S. and Japan, it was a 2012, 2014 deadline. Now we're
maybe 2017.
Now we're 2017, 2019, 2020 numbers are popping up. And actually, the elongated date, the prolonged date, actually works in our favor in the sense of getting our workforce up. Now, at the time that it was touted about the 15 to 20,000 foreign workers that are going to be needed on island, we were like scrambling. We were like, oh my gosh, where are we going to get how are we going to get local workforce employed or trained in time for this buildup? It works basically in our favor because we have a lot of situations in place, in schools in place at this point to train our workforce. The number 15 to 20,000, because of the elongated date now, do that 15, 20,000 numbers still stand now, or because of the process, maybe that is diminished in half because maybe we can build up our workforce?
Last time I heard it's going to be just 10,000.
About 10,000.
About 10,000. So we're on status quo right now. We're just waiting. But in the meantime, while we're waiting, we still continue to train our workforce. Guam Trades Academy has been our partners for this. GCC has been our partners. So we continue to train so that we can develop our local workforce to get into this program. And we still continue to test the labor market for those positions that we're going to have. And we'll see what happens.
Now, let me ask you this. In regards to what we have at this point, the numbers, I mean, the elongated time frame for this buildup, where the need of this massive workforce, there's going to be time for men and women to become journeymen.
Of course.
Yeah, and so that's good for us. That's good for us. But what other programs do we have in place that we can be assured that the need for foreign workers continue to dwindle, and that we'll be able to handle, we'll be able to provide that workforce that here in Guam we're able to provide that?
Well, at our department, we continuously provide the apprenticeship program, which is very strong. We partner with several businesses on Guam, as well as local agencies such as GWA and GPA. We have a very strong partnership with them. Also, recently, GTA came on board, and we've been sending our apprentice to those businesses. But like I said, as we build into this, massive buildup that they're saying, I don't know if it's still massive, but we still continue to grow our workforce, be it apprenticeship or work experience or internship program. We're going to continue doing that until we build, our local workforce, and make sure that we have enough people to.
Now, let me ask you this as well, because in the build-up, in the initial phase of buildings, a start date and a finish date and a completion date will be had, basically. So you have these massive employment, this massive boom of employment for X amount of dates. But as that date draws nearer, like the steel workers and things like that, I mean, they work for certain months, and then that work is no longer needed because now you have the other finishing people that are coming on board. So when they're done, they're no longer there. You have now carpenters, and then and then the carpet setters and things like that. So as the building progresses, as it progresses, it's handed off to another employee whose expertise now is handed to. And so what happens when you have a workforce, as say a steel worker or a mason now, whose job sites now do not require steel workers, maybe even masons at this point. Now you're needing more plumbers and electricians at this point. What happens to these people now who may be disemployed? Are you working as the Department of Labor, working now with companies, private sector partners, to be able to have them cross-trained, that they can not only have one expertise or specialty, but they can fit into something else?
If they're foreign workers, they have to go back.
So once that job, if they're hired as a steel worker then or something, once that is done, so they no longer,
and their contract expired.
But I'm talking now about the local workforce. I'm a steel worker. If I'm a steel worker, if I'm a mason, I'm a welder. But my job, I've welded all that I could weld within this building, and I'm done with that. And so now I'm awaiting a next project. But in the meantime, I'm unemployed or disemployed, whatever it may be. Now, would my training, if I acquired it through the months or the years that I've worked with Department of Labor and the partners in the private sector, would my training allow me now to not only be knowledgeable maybe in steelworking or maybe in welding, that I'm now maybe I can be a plumber, I can be I can do other things in a construction site. The skills allow me to be flexible in my expertise.
And we'll continue to place you wherever your skills is, acceptable or adaptable. So we continue to help you, and so that in the end you'll be placed in a permanent employment.
Sure.
That's what we continuously do. Be it you're a dislocated worker or dislocated work or adult who's who's not able to get a job, then we will continue to assist you and help you.